Hi guys, I had posted a video on the LED headlight installation and it was all long and drawn out. I tried doing it with the headlight module on the bike and it's not the way to go. The way to go is to remove the whole headlight module. So I'm going to repost the video now and I'm going to try to shorten it up for you guys. So what I'm going to do is just post the removal of the windscreen, and then I'll fast forward at crazy speed so I don't waste your time through my madness of trying to do that on the bike. And then I'll get into how to remove the whole headlight assembly. It's really the simple way to go. Sometimes shortcuts are not shortcuts, and what appears to be a long way is the easy way. So hang in there through the fast forwarding stuff. I'm going to do it at like 700% speed, and then we'll get on to removing that headlight assembly, okay? All right.
Hello guys, thanks for tuning in. Paul here, Paul Phillips Fix. Before I get into what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing LED headlights on my BMW K1200R Sport. I'm going to try to put some H7 LED bulbs in there. I've been using Sylvania. I forget what the name is. I'll put it in the video. The ultra ones are the brightest bulb they have, and they're lasting me a matter of a couple of months. And this bike is such a pain in the ass. What a horrible design they did for the headlight on here. So this is not something I'm fond of on this motorcycle, but I'm hoping that these LED lights will fit. But anyway, if you're not putting LEDs in, this should be helpful with changing a headlight bulb anyway. I have clips that I shot earlier that shows the headlight bulb and how this little wire clip retains it in there. It helps to know which way the clips go on, okay? So one thing I highly recommend is that you remove the windscreen to do this, because it just makes it easier to get in here without being obstructed. You're going to need a T25 Torx. Be careful removing this windscreen. There's little metal washes on the grommets here, and you do not want to lose them. You drop one of them, they can disappear like in the netherworld in the fairing there, and you won't find it. So I went slowly with the screws because I don't want the windscreen to pop when I release it. Now you can't just lift this out. There's a little protrusion on the windscreen that locks into the fairing. I will show you this. You have to slide this towards the back of the bike, up and toward the back of the bike. And I'm already missing one of those little metal washers. One of them fell on me. Son of a bitch, every time. Okay, I found my little metal washer. Alright, so you can't really see in there, but I'll describe it. There's a cover. You just grab the top of it and it pops out. This little protrusion on here, you just pop that out and the cover comes off. Oh, I might have room. I might have room to put that and the cover on. We're gonna see. Now these clips are such a pain in the ass to get off. You have to push in and manipulate it towards the center, I believe. Then it will come out. Yep. In towards the center. I've got pretty tough hands and these are hurting me. I think I'm going to have to do this without the glove to be able to feel what the hell I'm doing. Let me try again. Let me give my fingertips a second. So here's the clip. It goes in and under two clips that fit like this. So you have to go in and down with the top one, or in and up with the bottom one, and then manipulate it out. So I have the bottom one out. Now I'm just trying to get the top one. The flat spot of the bulb is the position that it goes into the housing, but the problem is the bottom wire is blocking my clip from going on there. So I'm rotating the bulb this way, then I'll get the wire clip around it, then when I get it in there I'll rotate the bulb and try to secure it that way. Okay guys, I've fiddled with this and I cannot for the life of me feel that in there where I can get it to hook up. So I'm thinking I might remove the whole headlight housing. So there's 3 screws on these side panels, one on the top right here on the flat spot, one here and one underneath. You're gonna have to depress these little tabs on here to get it out. It snaps in on these other clips over here. Be careful removing this that you don't wind up snapping any of those tabs off. So it looks like this headlight housing might come off with this bolt, this bolt. There must be something else there. There's got to be another fastener. Maybe these two under the instrument panel. I'm gonna have to go check my workshop manual again and see if it gives clear direction on which bolts need to come off. Now I don't know if this panel pulls out, that comes out of those rubber grommets that's in there. It's in like vibration dampening grommets. I guess it has to come out if those bolts are to be removed, those fasteners, but I don't want to break something. So actually this gives me more room to move in here. Maybe I can have better luck now. Let me try finagling that again where I have more room to move in here now. I wouldn't be surprised if you take this to a workshop if they just remove this whole housing to keep themselves from going insane trying to fight this, because it's pretty crazy. I definitely am going to have to get full visibility and easy maneuverability in there to get that LED light in there. So let me try to figure this out, guys. Okay, now you remove the instrument cover right here. It has 2 clips on the sides and 2 fasteners that pop in there on grommets that just pulls out. These grommets are going to have to be placed back in to that cover. I'll put silicone on these. These have got to go back into that cover. And then there's T30 Torx here, T30 Torx here, and another T30 Torx here. I'm going to try removing them and see if the headlight comes out. Okay guys, like I said, I removed the side panels, 3 screws on each side, 2 retainers. Be careful to depress the clips on the top and slide it out because you'll break them if you don't. Then you have to remove the instrument cover here that has 2 grommets and 2 clips. Make sure you don't lose your grommets. They may stay on the pins. You'll have to put them back in the cover. I'm going to silicone mine with silicone grease so I can remove them next time without complication. Now there's a center screw here. It has left a mark in the plastic, so the headlight will line up the same, the cover anyway. So I'm going to remove this now. I have Wendy here on standby in case things start falling all over the place, or I need her to hold this assembly while I try to install these LED lights from the back. It looks like there may be these brackets around the back. Let me try to show you guys. Where are they? I lost scope. There's right here, there's a couple of clips. Oh, okay, there's fasteners on there. There's 2. Okay guys, I got my ratchet. Do the first screw on this side. You can see where I'm going. Right under here, looks like another T30, I'm assuming. Yep, T30. Make note of the size of the bolts because they may be different. Bottom bolts are shorter than the other ones. I believe this is probably the way that they're doing headlights when you bring it to the shop. Okay, now we can actually get in here. Okay, May. I'm gonna see if I can disconnect these plugs here and then take this whole module out of here. Boy, they cheap out on the wire. You'd think they could give you a little extra wire to work with, you know? There's one plug. Just depress that one, depress the other one, and we got the headlight assembly out. See how those clips are? They give you no room to work in here at all. I'm gonna have to get a rag, guys, and lay this down on a towel. But this is the headlight setup, and we're gonna go with the LEDs. I hope I don't get a fault light. Okay guys, this is much easier to do this off of the motorcycle. So I'm gonna just give you a glimpse in here. This is the headlight setup. These clips go under retaining. These arms go under retaining clips. Gotta get the plug out of there. Then the light. So the flat spot was on the top on the other one. Did I have it to the top? This one's to the bottom. Or did I put it in the wrong way in the other one? No, I think it's to the top. I think it's to the top on the other side, to the bottom on the bright side. Yeah, it is. So the flat spot is on the bottom on the bright side. You're gonna have to probably get a needle nose plier to clip that on. I got tough fingers and I was having a hard time, at least with this clip anyway. We'll see if the other clip can go better. It looks like I can squeeze this on real tight, but I don't know if I'm going to be restricting all the airflow in here. I might try running it open. I haven't seen water get down there anyway, even when I'm riding in the rain, so I might try it open just so those LEDs are cooled well. Because I don't want to have to go through this bullshit again. What a pain in the ass. But this is definitely easier than attempting to do an LED conversion on the bike. You'd be out of your mind if you try to do it on a bike. I don't think you can get it. I've been in here a couple of times, which has helped me get used to the routine. And I still couldn't get it. There was no way in hell I was going to be able to get it. There was no way I could get that clip. Plus one of the wires got hung up in the clip. That wasn't helping at all. Disconnect my wire. The only problem we may run into is the plugs may have to be reversed because the LED lights are wired wrong. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm holding on to these regular bulbs. I will put those in an envelope. If you guys are going to run those Sylvania Ultras, I don't know, man. Couple of bulbs, they went dead on me fast. Not a big fan. I like their brightness, but their lifespan really sucks. Absolutely crazy. Especially at that price for a damn bulb. It's a fucking light bulb. You know, we were watching a YouTube video about light bulbs, the industry, and they invented bulbs that lasted for years. So all of these light bulb manufacturers all got together and they got their own little light bulb mafia going, where they agreed to design light bulbs to die at a certain period. Isn't that nice? Isn't that pretty that they do that to the consumer? Victims, pal. We're all victims. We're all being victimized. Like, I think BMW could have put a simple socket on these lights here where you just twisted it in and it locked in. We didn't need to go through all this bullshit with these stupid clips, because this is absurd. It really is. It's actually crazy. It's a little crazy. I'm having a bitch of a time trying to get around this housing. Oh, my clip is coming out. That I do not want to happen. I had that happen once before, and that was a bitch to get back in there. Let me get this bulb out of here, guys. That clip has got to be centered in there. Let me try putting this in backwards and see if I can get the clips around it. Try rotating it around. I wish I could show you what's going on in here, but there's no way to film in this little spot here. Does not really feel like it's locked in there. I hope these LED bulbs last as long as they claim to, because it's a fucking pain in the ass, to say the least. Try to manipulate that in there where it's not interfering with the bulb, and maybe I can get the cover on. I don't remember whether this one was to the top or the bottom. This is to the top. It's not going to clear there. What is that hitting? Is that hitting the clip? You hitting the clip there? There we go. There we go. Oh, be easy. Don't hurt each other. Don't hurt each other. Don't hurt each other, you maniacs. Here we go. That was easy. What a breeze. What a snap. In all honesty, guys, it's not that horrible once you know what you're doing. But not knowing what you're doing is a bitch. I had no idea how this came out. So that's the way I will change my headlight bulbs from now on. I will do it this way from now on. So don't forget to plug your plugs in. Me. Wendy's such a good helper. She doesn't make me pay her much either. She works for cooking. She drives me hard in the kitchen. Sleeve drives me. I'm only playing, guys. I'm only playing. I'm gonna get my ass whooped if I keep talking. Is that true, Wendy? If I keep running my mouth, I may get my ass whooped.
I'll give you a pass today.
What happened?
I'll give you a pass today.
You give me a pass today? Only because it's on video. I don't know why that cut off, but these are only body clips, guys. Don't go absolutely psycho. Tighten these down. You want to snug them in, but don't go crazy. Now, I'm not putting these in really tight because I want to line up where they had that with that top screw mark. I want this to be sitting in the same position that it was originally in. Otherwise, the body panels might not fit together correctly. Actually, they wouldn't fit together correctly. Make sure you put that in the same position or you're going to have a bitch of a time with your body panels. So, got to think one step ahead all the time, you know? You do, Wendy. Got to think one step ahead. Just snugging them. I'm not going crazy. Make sure your bottoms are in the same position as well. Look for like a dirt or something as a sign to see where your position was. I just caught that on the other bottom. I was not in the same position. There's marks here from little road grime, and I'm using that as a guide. Could have marked them with a marker too. That would have been a good idea. All right, now the cover panel goes on. Let me go get some silicone grease, and I'll be back to have some fun with you with silicone grease. I'll be back. GoPro, stop recording. Well, guys, I did it off film, but I just started the bike and checked the lights, and both of them are operable. So I cleaned my little gauge cover here, and I put silicone grease on those grommets. That went in very easy. Yeah, this is the way to go, guys. Don't fight with those headlights. Remove the whole housing.
The easier route. It's the route of least resistance.
I'm telling you, it's much, much easier than fighting with this shit.
Now, one thing you got to be mindful of, these little supports, they can get turned up, and you'll have to disassemble this again. Make sure they're down flat when you put your side panels on, because they help support them. Okay, I have 2 more T30s to put in here. I did not go with very expensive LEDs because I didn't know if I was even going to get them to work on here. But these should still last a lot longer than those damn Sylvania headlights were lasting me. And if they do blow out on me, I'll try to find a better quality one with a similar size on it. I'll take note of the dimensions on these so I have a guideline of what I can fit in this housing. I wanted the LEDs where you could turn the light, position it, because I don't know if this is in the optimum position for the reflection. Actually, I think it is. It's got two lights coming out from the sides, and that's where the reflectors are in the headlight assembly, so it should work. I guess I'll have to do a little night riding tonight. I'm gonna have to try it. Gonna have to go out at night and see how they are. Good excuse to go out for a ride. Love always riding. Love an excuse to go out for a ride. Always looking for excuses to go out for a ride. Wendy's so good to me, she lets me ride without breaking my chops. She always lets me go have fun. Wendy's my best friend forever. Be careful with those clips when you're putting this together, guys. Make sure those clips engage properly. Now this cone for your air intake, I think you're going to have to remove that and push it back through. Yes, that's what we're going to have to do. Gonna have to remove that out of the side cover and then reinstall it. I'm going to put a little silicone on this as well so it slides in there and seals better. Put a little dab of silicone grease on there. It's going to have to go in last. Once again, watch that little bracket support there. So you got that correct. Legos, guys, it's like Legos. Like Legos, just like Legos. Just get them started, then go around and snug them, but get them all started first. Don't tighten them all the way down. Start them, get them all set in, then go around and tighten them up. Again, do not go psycho tightening these. Your small fasteners going into body clip. One thing I'm very happy that BMW used was stainless steel fasteners so they don't get corroded. That was a good move. That cost them a couple of bucks extra. So they didn't cheap out on the quality of the fastener at least. So the bike is not that horrible. Now that I've done this job and I know how to do it, it's not so crazy. It's reasonable, I guess. Just make sure you use a bulb that's gonna last a while. Now these have an estimated lifespan of 50,000 plus hours. We'll see how true that turns out to be. hope they're being truthful. I'd like them to last 100,000 hours. Now, when you put this windscreen in, you got to be careful of two things. You don't want to lose those little steel washers, and you don't want to wind up breaking your windscreen. I'll show you the clip on here. Hold on. So on the bottom of the windscreen, you got like this little fork there. You got to slide that down inside. Try to be nice and smooth so you don't lose your little steel washers. This goes in smoother than the OE one did. I love this windscreen. I think it gives me better wind protection. I don't know how to pronounce the brand. Puig, Puig, whatever. I don't know if it's French. I don't know what it is, but I can't pronounce it. Excellent windscreen. I highly recommend it. I'm very happy with this windscreen. Definitely worth what I paid for it. I think it was like $98. Free shipping. I have a link for it. In the video descriptions, I put a link for tools and supplies I use. So you can find the windscreen in there. I'll make sure I put it right at the top of this video. I'll see if I can put a link for these LED lights too, because at least you'll know that they fit in this housing. I know they would have got better airflow with that backing off, but I didn't want water intrusion in there. So if they burn out, I know they weren't getting enough air over them. Or they just lied about the lifespan. One of the two. I'll shut up now. That's it, guys. That's how you install LED headlights in the BMW K1200R Sport. I thank you all very much for watching. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would give a like and subscribe. If you don't like, then give a thumbs down, and please tell me why you don't like the video. I appreciate any comments. I respond to everybody, with the exception of absolute moron asshole trollers. I am not going to entertain them, so they get no recognition from me whatsoever. Schrodinger's Box, great channel. He loves to argue with them. I'm not going to do that. I got better things to do with my time than to fucking argue with some moron that's jerking off in his mother's basement trolling online. So stay safe, guys. Take good care of your bikes. They'll take good care of you. Take good care of your cars, your tools, and most of all, take good care of your loved ones and your families, and take good care of yourselves, guys. Be safe on them motorcycles out there. A lot of lunatic drivers. Looks like they're trying to kill us. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye, guys. I want to see if I get a fault with a light out. I didn't check that from the CAN bus. I'll check that after. If you don't hear anything from me, I got no fault. All right, GoPro, stop recording.